Marvel's Spider-Man. Miles Morales is a superhero action-adventure game developed by Insomniac Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Released as a launch title for the PlayStation 5 in November 2020, it tells the story of Miles Morales, the teenage superhero who takes on the mantle of Spider-Man after the events of Marvel's Spider-Man 2018, in which Peter Parker was the primary Spider-Man. Here's a more detailed story breakdown of the game. Setting and introduction. The game is set during the holiday season in a snowy, wintry New York City, just 1 year after the events of the first game. Miles Morales has been working on mastering his newfound powers as Spider-Man under the guidance of Peter Parker. Though still new to being a hero, Miles is eager to prove himself, but he struggles to balance his responsibilities as a young superhero and his life as a normal teenager. Miles' struggles and growth. Miles' journey begins with a sense of isolation. While Peter is busy dealing with his own responsibilities, Miles is left to protect the city on his own. The game explores Miles' inner turmoil about living up to Peter's legacy while dealing with his own self-doubt. He faces the added pressure of being a teenager, trying to balance his family life, friendships, school, and his role as Spider-Man. New York City under siege. The central conflict arises when two factions start battling for control of the city. The Roxxon Energy Corporation, a powerful energy company with questionable motives, seeking to expand their control over the city's power grid. Their involvement is led by an executive named Simon Krieger, who has been pushing an energy project known as the Roxxon Energy Reactor. However, the project has the potential to cause great harm to the city. The Underground, a high-tech criminal group led by a mysterious figure known as the Tinkerer, later revealed to be Miles' close friend, Finn Mason. The Underground is a group of young rebels using advanced technology to sabotage Roxxon's operations, as well as seeking to protect their communities from the company's exploitation. The clash between the two factions escalates, and the city's safety is put at risk. As the tensions rise, Miles is forced to choose his allies and determine what kind of hero he wants to be. Miles vs. the Tinkerer. The story delves into the personal conflict between Miles and Finn, as Finn's motivations for taking on the role of the Tinkerer are revealed. Finn's brother, who was a Roxxon employee, tragically died in an accident involving Roxxon's reckless pursuit of power. This loss led Finn to her vendetta against the corporation, which she believes is responsible for the death of her brother. Miles, who is close to Finn, must now navigate the complex emotional terrain of fighting against someone he once cared for. His struggle lies not only in stopping the Tinkerer, but in understanding the motivations behind her actions, as they both have lost people due to Roxxon's negligence. The power of Miles Morales. As Miles faces his own emotional turmoil, he begins to embrace the full potential of his powers. Along with his traditional spider abilities, Miles possesses unique abilities that set him apart from Peter Parker. Venom Blast, a powerful electric energy blast that can incapacitate enemies and break through certain barriers. Invisible Camouflage, the ability to turn invisible, allowing Miles to sneak past enemies or get the upper hand in combat. These abilities make him a distinct and powerful Spider-Man, but they also come with a significant burden. As Miles learns to use them, he gains greater confidence and comes to terms with his place as a hero in his own right. The final confrontation. The game's climax occurs when the Roxxon Energy Reactor is activated, causing massive destruction and threatening to wipe out the entire city. Miles, with the help of his allies, including Gank, his best friend, and Peter Parker, who returns in time to assist, races against time to stop the energy reactor from going critical. The final battle takes place between Miles and Finn/the Tinkerer. Despite their emotional bond, Miles is forced to confront Finn's destructive path as the reactor continues to threaten New York. In a heart-wrenching moment, Miles is forced to make the ultimate sacrifice to stop the reactor, risking his own life to save the city. Finn, realizing the damage she has caused, sacrifices herself to help Miles stop the reactor, and her actions provide the emotional closure that Miles needs. Ultimately, the Tinkerer's role as a villain is tragic, rooted in pain and loss, but Miles' heroism and understanding bring some semblance of peace. The conclusion. The game ends with Miles fully embracing his role as the new Spider-Man. He has learned that while being a hero comes with immense responsibility, it is also about making difficult choices and standing up for what's right, even when it seems impossible. Miles has proven that he can be a hero on his own terms, not just by following Peter's legacy, but by forging his own path. Peter Parker, proud of Miles' growth, expresses his trust in him as the new Spider-Man. The final moments of the game hint at new adventures ahead, as Miles stands as the protector of New York City, ready to take on whatever comes next.